everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Play. Today we're taking a look at Star Trek Away Missions, the new two-player, fast play, kind of heightened reality Star Trek game from Gale Force 9. It's a couple years old now, but I am super pumped for this game. I've painted up the starter set, the Battle of Wolf 359, and Jay and I are going to give it a go for you guys to check out.
I love that the figures all look like Ken Griffey Jr. from that episode of The Simpsons.
They have the big heads.
Takes the growth tonic and he has a swollen head.
They're heightened reality. I'll be honest, they are super fun to paint because the details are so big and chunky. And this is my version of Star Trek, which is a not self-serious Star Trek. This feels like a lower decks take on a two-player battle game. It has kind of Warhammer Underworld vibes. There's no deck building, so like you just have like your mission decks, your encounter decks. You're trying to score mission objectives. Using these like pre-selected teams, but there are bigger expanded universe teams too. So the box is the Battle of Wolf 359, which means the two sides of the boards are both the Enterprise as Riker returns, because Picard's been kidnapped. If you guys if you're not Star Trek fans or TNG fans, this is the moment where the Borg are basically going to be stopped by the Federation. They send their whole armada to go fight them. Picard's been kidnapped by the Borg like during like a raid, and when the Enterprise shows up, the entire fleet's been wiped out by a single Borg cube.
So, I mean, we were just looking at the stuff in the other room, but am I not getting a Ronnie Cox miniature?
No, there's no Ronnie Cox miniature. No, sorry, man. You get the main sort of like, yeah, that's fair enough. You get the main like thrust of the cast from this like scene. So you get Riker in command of the Enterprise. You get Shelby as his second in command because she's brevet commanded to being the second in command of the ship, basically, because Picard's gone. You get Data and you get Worf. And then on the other side, you get Locutus, and you get the 1, 2, 3, 4 of 5 who are the Borg that are trying to board the Enterprise when they arrive. And everyone's in a state of shock. Everyone's scrambling because they thought they were going to like stop the Borg at 359, and instead this one Borg cube just blows through the entire Federation fleet, and everyone's dead. This is also the beginning of the story of your favorite captain, because this is the moment where he hates Picard. This is the battle where Sisko gets his vendetta against Picard, and he thinks Picard is the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
It's funny because historically I'm not a huge Next Generation fan, but when you said my favorite captain, I froze for a second because I'm like, but wait, my favorite captain's Ben Maxwell. That guy's amazing.
That's fair enough.
He's not just the Warden in the Shawshank Redemption. He's done other things.
It's true. I thought you were going to say Captain, what's his name from Discovery? Captain, because he's played by, what's his name from Event Horizon? He's played by Jason...
Captain Lorca.
Captain Lorca.
That's a good one.
Captain Lorca.
Wow, am I a Star Trek fan?
I don't know if you are a Star Trek fan.
I think I might have been a Star Trek fan and just never noticed.
You hate all the mirror captains. All right, so it's double-sided. You have the Borg cube on one side, you have the Enterprise on the other side, and we're going to play through the introductory mission today for you guys to check it out, which is in the quick start guide. And it's basically the Enterprise being invaded by the Borg. So the Borg have some cool rules. There's some zombie mechanics. If they take a Federation character out in combat, that character becomes a Borg and joins their side. And they have a cool kind of building up to being more powerful as they slowly shut the systems down.
You mean like what they do to Buck Compton in that one Star Trek movie?
Yes, like what they do to Buck Compton in that one Star Trek movie. What they do, like you're mixing so many metaphors.
What?
You brought Band of Brothers into this.
Yeah?
The real life Buck Compton is not in a Star Trek movie.
I don't see what the problem is.
The actor who plays Buck Compton.
Oh, no, you're right. That's Robert Quarles. Yeah, you're right. That's Robert Quarles.
So anyway, we'll show you the table. We'll show you the basic core rules for the first turn, and we'll get this underway.
I hate being on train tracks.
Here we are, ready to play some Star Trek Away Missions, the Battle of Wolf 359. So this is the Quick Start Guide's demo setup. It's basically the moment that the Enterprise arrives at the battle and starts getting boarded by Borg. So we're gonna have this as it's the basic start of the phase. You get these great quick reference cards. This is scan the mission area. You lay the board out as described in your mission setup. So in this case, the mission area is engineering, and these sides of the tile are the Enterprise. You have the main corridor, you have the bridge, you have the sick bay and crew quarters.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get your pajamaed space gigolo off my bridge.
I mean, Locutus is back for
There's a reason we're here to evict you.
That's it. Armory, science lab, biology lab, transporter room, and like I said, engineering. So you can see it's kind of like a truncated, collapsed version of the Enterprise, but you have all the major sections of the ship here.
You each get your core mission card. So I'm trying to repair my ship. You're trying to assimilate the ship. And both of us get bonuses the more missions we do. We have 2 decks of cards. Our support deck, these are like equipment items, interrupts, and events. And then the mission deck, which is what we're trying to score points off of. And the game lasts a total of 3 turns in which you'll go back and forth activating. Now, it has a neat sort of like escalation thing for the Borg that come in the box set where they start with 2 characters, but gain bonus actions because the differential between number of models on the board, you get a number of bonus actions equal to that during the setup phase. And then they get 2 models per turn, turns 2 and turns 3. They have what's called the escalation rule. So turn 2, they beam in more Borg. And it's very much like the episode where more Borg just keep arriving and things just keep getting worse.
I have spawn points.
That's right, you have spawn points. Well, you get to put guys wherever you want. And so you're going to score points by both first scanning and then taking over various parts of the ship. I'm going to get points by repelling you and then trying to repair what you're doing. And maybe even ejecting the warp core. So those are our overall missions. And the game, again, lasts 3 turns. So once you've done the setup, we put all our cards out. We have our core sort of like stat block. It's attack, defense, and skill. Now, skill is whenever you interact with something, you roll your basic skill dice, and you're looking for 4 pluses for successes in like a dice pool. If you have a tag, though, like command, if you're going to be in a square with a command terminal on it, you get a bonus dice. So associated skills just add dice to your dice pool to try and get a success. Whenever you fight, you roll your attack dice, and then there might be bonuses for your equipment. So for instance, a type 2 phaser gives me +1 attack dice and gives the stun rule. So as long as I do some damage to you, then you gain the stun thing, which reduces your actions next turn. And then defense dice just oppose it. So if Jay and I were going to attack each other, if I was going to shoot you with a phaser, you'd have 2 defense dice, I'd have 3 attack dice. And we just pair them highest to lowest. And each one that I have that's at least a 4+ that beats you will cause a point of damage. So in this case, the 6s cancel, and then we put on the wrong side, the 4 and the 3, I will do 1 point of damage to you and cause a stun token, because that 4 will cancel the 3 on down. Anything less than a 4+, though, basically doesn't matter. We're into the draw phase. So you start the game in the draw phase for round 1, and like I said, there'll be 3 rounds. You're going to discard any unwanted cards. We don't have any yet. Then we draw 5 support and 5 mission cards. And I'll play mine face up. You can't even see this far.
I was going to say, yeah.
So
I can
support
barely
cards,
see you.
yeah, interrupts can be played during Jay's activations, and then the cards that aren't interrupts can be played during my activation. So like I could give out equipment, I could play events. Events usually cost me an action on a character. When I activate, everybody gets 2 actions, and the core actions in the game are move. You can move a number of spaces equal to your movement stat. You can attack, which means you make an attack using your attack stat and whatever weapons you have. You can take cover, where you get a cover token, so you get a bonus defense dice during the next activation. And then also you can do any associated actions for your mission cards or your support cards. We have a special rule though called Hive Mind. When they activate a model, they get 2 actions. Any model in the group on the table can take those actions though, and they can divide them up as they want. So even though they start with fewer models, they have a ton of like efficiency because they can do what they want when they want. My favorite thing about this thing is the game board shows that the Enterprise is carpeted. All right, so scoring points, you'll typically have cards that have an action required to do them. You need to be next to something of the appropriate tags, like a command terminal, operations terminal, and science terminal over here. You might even need to be in a specific location. So in this mission, because I have more models, I go first. Every other turn after that, we're gonna roll off to see who goes first. So I'm gonna start with Worf. Actually, I'm gonna start with Riker, actually. He has a special ability called Number 1. Take an action to search for a command event card if I want to. I'm not gonna bother doing that right now though. I'm just gonna go right to retask the main deflector array. This is an action. I can take an engineering skill test at an operations terminal in engineering if I wanted to do that one. And to get to engineering, I'm gonna have to take a big walk. Because I can't get all the way over there, I'm instead gonna try and prepare assault teams. I'm gonna use Worf actually instead. He's gonna take a move for his first action, just move 1 over to this command terminal. And then take a command or security skill test at a command terminal in the armory. So I'm standing in the armory, and if I passed, I'll score this card. The bonus is I can search my support deck or discard pile for a weapon equipment card. With Worf's skill of 2, I get 2 dice to start with, but because I have security as a skill, making a security test, I get a bonus dice here. I'm looking for a 4+ on one of these dice to be able to pass, and I get one. So I will score prepare assault teams, and then I get to go through my support deck and find a weapon. Ironically, I already had all the type 3 phaser cards out, so it's my activation. I'm just gonna give one of them to Worf just in case he wants to shoot somebody later on. He gets an activated token, and we hand over to Jay. Now, Jay can either activate a model or use one of his bonus actions to activate a model. And a model that's already been activated can still do a bonus action.
Activate 2 of 5.
2 of 5.
I'm going to analyze medical capability.
Okay, and so what kind of test is this, and where does it
So
have to
it's
happen?
a medical skill. So it's at a medical terminal in sick bay.
Which we're in.
So it is a skill test for a skill I don't have. So it's just 3 dice.
Okay.
So
Two
I
successes.
succeed. So I score the card, and then I get to search the mission deck for the Assimilate Sickbay card.
And this is the problem, is that you immediately start to like escalate these scoring things if I don't stop you.
And then for my second action, I will play Assimilate Sickbay
Yep,
card.
assimilate the sick bay immediately.
So this is going to be 3 dice again. So yeah, just need a 4.
And you get this one.
And I
Get a
did,
5,
and
yep.
I get an adapt token as well.
Fantastic. So now adapt tokens are your bonus scoring thing. Everyone you have is 10 extra victory points at the end of the game.
Yeah, and the big thing is there's a bunch of other abilities that you stack up and get additional bonuses as you basically roid up.
Yeah, your equipment card makes you more powerful. So like Locutus comes on, he can have like 5 different bonuses to his skills if you've got lots of these tokens. That guy gets an activated token and it's back to me. So I'm going to go with, I think, Data. It's my activation, so I'm going to give him a Type 3 phaser rifle as well. If you haven't noticed, Data's stats are bananas because he's just great at everything because he's an android. Now, when you take damage, you remove these pegs and they might reduce your stats, but we start off with 2 pips in movement, which means we can move 4 spaces. So we're going to go 1, and every section of board that's divided by a white line is a movement point. 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to stand in this doorway and phaser rifle the crap out of 2 of 5. With an attack skill of 3, he gets 3 dice, but his Type 2 phaser rifle gives him 2 bonus dice. However, friendly characters roll 1 less dice for diplomacy tests because he's armed to the teeth now.
And I am 2 defense.
2 defense dice? Okay. Oh no, I think you beat me everywhere. So you got a 6 and a 4, I got a 5, and then everything else is 2 or less. So you take no damage from that attack whatsoever, and that was my 2 actions. 2 of 5. All right, over to you. My robots are significantly better than my robots.
Okay, so I am going to activate 1 of 5.
Okay.
1 of 5 is going to move.
And she can move 2 squares because they only have 1 pip of movement.
And then play Analyze Engineering Capability.
Ruh-roh.
So this is 3 dice, engineering test at an engineering terminal in the engineering section.
And you have 3 skill dice. You have 3 skill dice, 2, and then 1 attack dice.
So I'm good. So that was my second activation. So
Sure
I
is.
get my... Sorry, I get to also search for the... which one is this? This is search the mission deck for the Assimilate Engineering card.
This is the room card that you think you
I
probably
feel like
already
an
have in your
idiot
hand.
if I already had that in my hand.
Yeah.
I already did have that in my hand.
Oopsie.
So let's just do this.
This is convenient.
Until
So you
I
can't
get my
score this
bonus
one
actions.
immediately. That's right, yeah, because that was your second action, but you could use a bonus action to try and do this. Which means I need to try and stop you. I think I can, but I can maybe do some damage to you. So I'm going to move Shelby. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, and she's going to shoot a phaser at you. 4, and she's going to shoot a phaser at you. Phaser gets +1 attack dice, so she only has 2. It's going to go to 3.
So I have 2 defense dice.
If I can at least damage you here,
So it's 2 4s.
I got a 5 and a 4, so the 5 will beat your high one, and then this one will tie and get canceled. So I'll do 1 point of damage, but I'll also stun you,
And
which
that's
means
1.
the next time you do an action, you get 1 less action. So that's going to keep him from using that bonus action. He uses both. He can buy it off, and then he can do it again.
Yeah.
And she's activated, so it's back to you. Buy off the stun.
Yeah.
All right, so buy off the stun with the bonus activations. That goes away. I got left is sexy Riker, who's going to have to do the job that Data couldn't do. Okay, so I'm going to use William's ability to take
Dude,
an
stay
action.
on brand. It's not pointless. It's futile.
It's futile. So resistance is futile. I'm going to use my ability to take an action to search for a command event card. Read the captain's diary and access the captain's log. Take a command skill test at the captain's terminal, and if passed, score this card. Bonus, I get 5 points for every additional success after the first I get. So I'm just going to sit here on the bridge while everyone else does the fighting and read Picard's diary.
Seems about right.
So I have a skill of 2, and I have the command ability, so I get 3 dice here. So hopefully I get more than 1 success. I got 0 successes.
Good work.
You're on brand, Riker. Good
Well done.
job. Good job. Well, I've scored 1 thing so
So
far.
I'm going to use my remaining bonus
That
action
tracks. Yep, that tracks.
to Assimilate Engineering.
You sure are.
So this is going to be 3 dice.
Yep.
This is your 1. No, this is going to be 2 dice because 1 took a hit.
Okay.
So I need a 4 plus.
You got it.
I did. So I'm going to
no.
score that card.
All done. All right, well, I'm all done too. So that's the end of round 1. So we go to round 2. We can discard any cards we want during the draw phase, and then draw up to 5 support cards and 5 mission cards. Before the action phase starts, after we drop our cards, Jay's going to get to drop in his 2 more Borg and any tile that doesn't contain a Federation character. Sorry, anywhere you want. Anywhere you want.
So Locutus is going to go to his ready
beaming.
room.
Oh, geez, because I was reading his diary. He's mad.
And hold on 1 sec.
So 3 of 5 is going to be over here at operations, and Locutus is going to be in his command terminal. And then we clear the board of all our activated tokens, and now we roll off to see who goes first this round. R1. A mighty 5.
That's
So the
more than
Federation's going first. Okay, well, we have some problems. We need to do some things here. We're going to start with Shelby. She is going to retask the main deflector array, take an engineering skill test and a terminal in engineering. So she has the engineering skill. So her skill is normally 2. It's going to go to 3. And she's going to pass. And then I immediately have to do a command test with someone else at a command terminal. So I'm going to use Riker, who will also get 3 because he has the command skill. And he's going to let me down completely. We're going to try that again because Riker is just drunk apparently at the helm of the Enterprise. This is the most Riker episode of this show ever.
I was going to say, get your robe off, put your uniform back on.
I really wanted to shoot this guy. Man, he's just dreaming about going to, you know, the next Betazoid resort that they find.
Pleasure planet.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh God, I really wanted to shoot him instead because okay, fine.
Space Club man.
We're just gonna do it again. So go try and do the engineering skill again with Shelby. Shelby's just screaming at Riker right now. And she's gonna pass. Well, Jordy, do I have anything bonus here? No, I don't. Can you useful come help me? Why isn't Jordy here? All right, he's gonna try again. Do it again. Come on, Frakes. Oh my God. What a factory disappointment.
You know what? Stop being on the bridge. Just move behind the camera. Just direct. No one wants you here.
Yeah, no one wants you in
Stop ruining Enterprise.
No one wants you to be captain. This is why you're insecure about being captain. That's all done because I can't do it. So back to you. Locutus of Borg is going to Locutus.
I'm going to analyze command capability.
Oh my God.
So I have, where are you, Locutus of Borg? I have skill 3.
Sure do.
I have the command ability. Okay, great.
And then this will be done.
Yeah,
sure
that's
did.
why he's the captain and not your Beardsley McWeirdo guy. And
you ever spent a night in a graveyard?
and then I get to search the deck for the assimilate bridge card.
Yes, you do.
So we're going to take that. We're going to shuffle these. Okay. He's going to play the assimilate bridge card.
Yes, he is, because he's going to assimilate the bridge. I can't believe how easily you are taking over my ship.
So
because Riker is an abject failure.
So yeah,
it's all these dice. Come on, Borg.
Yeah,
you got 1.
So it's 2.
Oh my God.
So I'll take another one of these guys.
You have like 200 points in this zone. All right, well,
it is back to you.
It is back to me.
Make your next move, Captain Riker.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Never send a Shelby to do a Worf's job, I guess. We're going to go, 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't do it.
You remember that episode? Overcome his stutter and learn confidence?
Yeah, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to go over here, and we're going to use our Type 2 phaser. You can't see through the black lines, but you can see through the white lines, so I can see him enough to shoot him.
Okay, he's 1, so...
I suppose it's defense dice, because I missed with Shelby. So I have 5 attack dice with my Type 2 phaser. Oh, okay. How about 3 damage?
So that'll do him.
Yeah, he's going to die, because he's only got 2, and he can't remove 1. So as soon as you can't remove 1, you're dead. Holy Squirmy, neutralized threat. Good job, Worf, not getting Worfed right away.
Okay.
My boy's all done.
8, 3?
Yep, he's still in a command spot, or an operation spot.
He's in an operation spot.
Yeah, in engineering.
So he is going to establish gateway.
No.
Take an engineering skill test and operations terminal in engineering.
Yep.
So, and... Oh!
3 skill dice?
I want to get a 4.
Okay. You did.
I got 1.
Did you get any bonuses here?
There are no bonuses.
Okay.
And then for 3's second action, I'm going to play Death is Irrelevant.
Oh my God. And this guy just beams back in. Is he activated though?
Remove all activation, damage, and condition tokens, give it a stun token.
Okay, so that's a stun token. Very funny. So here's a stun token, but he's got all of his health back. Just beam him back in. It's just like the episode, if I'm being honest.
That's how being a space zombie works.
Oh my God. Okay.
Is that one of these?
So he's activation.
Back to you, Captain Riker.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we're going to go with Data, and he's going to attempt to finish this guy with his phaser. So again, 5 dice because it's a Type 2 phaser rifle. I don't think 2's been injured yet. 5 dice to your 2 defense dice. Oof. 1 and a 4. So I'm going to do 3 damage to you because the 6 will cancel the 4, and then the 6 will cancel the 1, and then a 4 will
3 to 2. So I've taken off all my pips, but there's no
still
more.
Alive,
so
that's right.
Still up? Okay.
Still alive. If you, as soon as you can't take 1 off, you die. Move! 1, 2. All right, so that is my go now. So how many more pushes do you need on this operations button to get your established gateway?
It depends on how many die rolls I make. So
what's
it's
the
for every
threshold now?
success. So
Yeah.
that one is operations and engineering.
Established gateway?
I need 7 total tokens. I have 1.
It takes some time. I have some time to get these guys off the buttons, basically, before they score.
So
I think that's true. All right, so it's over to me again. I've just got Riker left, and he has been an absolute factory of disappointment here. But I am going to do something. I'm going to first use an action to access the captain's logs, because I need to try and score this. Skill of 2 +1 because he has the command ability. Come on, man. Read his diary. Read his diary. Ah, I got it finally. So I get a bonus for each success as well. So I've read the captain's log, and I get +5 points for the additional success. My second thing is I'm going to move 1, 2 to here. And Riker is done. That's me all finished.
okay.
So 2 gets to go. He's limping.
Oh, he's
but
not
he can still
doing
push some
anything.
buttons.
So he is going to use.
Remember, you can use his actions on other people
That's
too.
it.
So
He's going to use his hive mind. He's going to use his hive mind
Yeah, yeah.
ability.
You can hive
So
mind
the
on
first
anybody.
one is going to be. He's going to. So on Locutus aboard.
Yep. This makes sense.
I am so Locutus. Then we'll get the 2 actions, right?
Yep.
So the first one will be. Oh, hold on.
You're the board game.
So your board characters, this is permanent, all have. Your board characters have all of the specializations that all other friendly board characters in the mission area
So now
have.
everybody has Locutus.
So everybody has his
Yep.
Locutus' abilities. And then for his second action, he is going to pop the command terminal again.
Yep, that makes sense. Get some
So
more points on
that's
it.
going to be 4 more dice.
Because he has the command skill.
So this is going to be to get the assimilate.
And how many are on there so far? 2?
He's got 2 and he needs, he only needs 5.
Sweet. So you get 3 more, you're good. You did?
he
Oh, no,
got 2 more.
almost. 2 more. All right, there's 2 more.
Oh, I got 2. And that's that activation, and I've marked 2.
And I'm done, so you get to do him now. And
Oh.
you've got your stunned guy still that can go. So he
So-
pulls off his stun token for his first action. His second action can be whatever you want, and you could also hive mind it.
Stun token. And then he will transfer his remaining action to Locutus
Yeah,
aboard.
makes sense, yep. Just get 1 success and score that card. You did!
So he
just
did.
the one.
So I'm gonna move
That to the
this
scoring
card
area.
over here.
Yeah. Those are all the scored ones, not the ones that are being worked
Gain
on
an
yet.
adapt.
An adapt token now, which will pop your abilities up higher.
And so all these ones on the left are the ones that
The
scored.
analyze ones are all done, yeah. The assimilate ones are in progress. Round, so it's going to be round 3. We clear off all our activated tokens. I really need to score some points this turn, because if you get more of these assimilates, I'm in trouble. And you get 2 more models now. I'm going to keep my support cards. I'm going to draw new mission cards.
Discard. So I'm gonna draw 3 more of each.
Get rid of site-to-site transport and pattern enhancer. And then I'm going to draw 2 more support cards. Jordy LaForge, hell yeah. All right, and with the board cleaned up, we now roll off for the final turn to see who goes first. That's you. Get 2 bonus actions this turn because you have 2 more models.
Oh,
than I
right.
do. And you get to,
well,
you
no.
teleport them actually first.
Yeah,
Wherever you want.
anywhere I
So
want.
probably on terminals that will score the things that you're trying to score.
Yeah.
What I'd imagine.
So 4 of 5, you're gonna come hang out over here.
Sure are.
5 of 5. Well, there's no good choices for that.
Guys in the same space, so they can both stand there on that terminal if you want and start pushing buttons. I feel like we've got a problem in engineering. The Riker Locutus showdown is not going well. Engineering is now being taken over. You have first activation.
Yeah. So I think we will activate. What does this do?
Locutus?
So Locutus, you're still movement too.
Everyone's moving too, yeah. They're all just zombie walking. Uh-oh.
And then Locutus will attack you with his assimilation armature.
So that's, you have to be next to me to do that. He
Oh,
doesn't have a gun. None of the board guys have guns. They have little tubes that come out of their hands and stick me full of nanites to turn me into a board zombie.
so is it just melee for all
Yep,
of
it's
them?
just melee. Upgrades that might give you something else, but right now you've just got melee.
It's dumb.
You just move again and then use other people's actions to stab me.
Oh, that's a good point. I do want to stab you.
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll move into your square.
You're not in my square, you're just adjacent. You can't occupy the same square as a hostile. You just have to get
Well, then I'm
adjacent
going to move into the adjacent square. There's my chair.
That's fair. All right, well, that's my activation. I'm going to go with a Worf. No, I'm going to go with a Data, actually, and he's going to type 2 phaser rifle you. I need to kill this guy. And he's got to not be on this button anymore.
1 hit will take him out because he's out of.
Ah, well, what's your defense? I got 0 hits. So
Oh,
how
sorry.
about that? How about just 0 hits? Hey, look, you're fine. And then I try again. There we go. Roll a 6 and take 1 damage still. He's gone. I didn't get any abilities out of that though, and now he is activated. Back to you.
Okay. Let the conga line begin. So actually, let's try and win the game instead of.
That's, I mean, fair. You could also
a goof.
you could kill me or win the game.
So
These don't score until you get your totals, right? So
Yeah.
there's
So
like
f-
105.
So first
points
up,
there.
number 1 is going to press the button in engineering.
Okay,
So he has 3 dice.
that's him.
Yeah.
That's right, because he came back healthy. That's right. Oh no, he doesn't use Locutus' ability.
Locutus doesn't have the skill.
Right. Got it.
He gets his skill proficiencies.
Got it.
So I'm going to get 2 more.
You will, and that puts you at 3. How many do you need on that one?
I need 7.
Okay,
Then he'll do it again.
that tracks. Okay, so if you get another 3, you're gonna get this scored.
No, I'm only on 6. So
All right, well, there's 2 actions.
and he is activated.
I can't stop this from happening because you have 2 backup guys here. So I think I just have to go with somebody else.
Man, you got to have an air and a spare.
Oh my God. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use a bonus action and I'm going to have Worf move into this command room. Back to you.
Okie doke. So we'll do 3. We'll roll for the engineering node. So I just need to get 1.
Okay.
And I did not. So then I'll do it again.
Amazing. Try one more time.
And then I got
Finally. All right. So you're going to score 40
So-
off that one?
it. Activate. That's you.
Oh my God.
And then I'm going to move that over here.
Okay.
And then I get an adapt token because I scored it.
You do? All right. Well, I'm going to go with another bonus action and I'm going to play it on Shelby. And Shelby's going to take a bonus action to play Stabilize Life Support. So score this card if you have a character at a science terminal on the bridge, which I do, a terminal, an operations terminal engineering, which I do, and a science terminal in sickbay, which I do. And this character is at one of these terminals, so it's going to be Shelby. Bonus, recover 1 damage for every friendly character unless they're an android or a Borg, so the air comes back on, I guess. I'm just going to score to Stabilize Life Support. And that's my second of 5 required repairs. All my bonus actions. So I've just got my regular actions left. And it's back to you.
We're going to activate 5. So 5 has
No way of stopping him.
3 skill dice, and Locutus does not have medical.
Okay.
So 3 dice. And I need to get 3 more successes to take this card.
Go for it.
That's
That's
2.
2.
And then I'll do it again.
One more action.
And that'll be 3. So I will take
So
that
many
card.
points. Another adapt. All right. Well, considering the problems in here in engineering, I'm going to eject a destabilized warp core with Shelby. I've taken action on an engineering, an operations terminal in engineering. 2 skill, but she does have the engineering skill. Roll 3 dice looking for a 4+, and we get it. Now, Riker couldn't do this, but Worf is now over on the command terminal, so he's going to push the buttons. He does not have the command skill, though, just the computer skill, so we're going to roll 2 dice and hope for a 4+ here. Warp core ejected. So I managed to blow the warp core out before you guys can completely take over the ship. And that's Shelby's first action. Her second action, because anybody can go, I think I'm going to shoot this guy just to see if I can knock him out. I can also access the engineering log or reroute main power. I'm going to reroute main power. Take an engineering skill test at the operations in main corridor. Nope, I can't do that. I can do access engineering log. It's just a regular bonus, but if I get any additional successes, I get 5 extra points. I got 2, so it's worth its base cost plus 5. He's done, so it's just Worf left and Riker.
And this guy.
Yeah, and that guy.
So I'm going to activate him.
Yep.
He's going to hive mind Locutus.
Oh no, don't you dare.
And now Locutus is going to whack you with his assimilation armature.
Oh man, okay. So his assimilation armature is going to attack Riker. Riker is defense 3 at least. You guys get any bonuses from your support deck?
That is my support deck.
Oh, you're plus 3 damage because it just takes me over. Oh, shit.
Oh god, no.
You're
Plus
one
4
attack?
damage if I hit you because I have 3 adapt tokens.
Oh no, okay. All the
So
damage.
I got a 6.
If I don't roll a 6, you're going to hit me. I did not roll a 6. So how much damage is that?
So it's plus 3, plus 4, so it's So it'll be 5, right? Because I get 1 off that success.
So you get whatever that equipment piece is.
So this equipment piece is +3.
Yep.
But I'm also +1.
No, because you pick which equipment you're using. Which
so
weapon
then
you're
it's
attacking with.
+3 and my 1 success. So that's
So
4 damage, right?
So I will take my movement and then 1, 2, 3, and you can attack me again. I'll take 1. I'll have 2 defense dice at least.
Yeah, that's at this point that is clearly the one to kill again.
You sure will, and Riker might turn into a Borg here. This might be a very different Wolf 5-9.
5 and 4.
Oh no! Give me 6. He got me with the 2, so he's down. Riker gets assimilated. So what happens is he immediately switches sides. This card gets overlaid, and Riker is now a Borg.
Bear with me.
It's a stun token.
So I am also going to play
And
add.
becomes yours.
I have an interrupt, which is add biological distinctiveness.
Okay.
Play this card when you assimilate a hostile character, and that's worth another 10 points.
Oh no!
Base Gigolo.
And he has stun on him, but he belongs to you now.
Activated it,
No,
right?
he's just stunned.
Sweet.
Yeah, he gets to use. He immediately gets up and zombie walks over and does stuff for you.
Well, you have Worf, so
I do have a Worf, although I don't think a Worf is going to help me here. He's going to go into the main corridor and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and not make it to that operations terminal. So best I could try and do is reroute main power, and I really can't do it. I think I have to, because I can't get to that operations terminal. Counting on Riker doing it, and Riker's dead. So I think we just take our day out on this guy. We go 1, 2, and then Worf's gonna batleth him. The Riker's dead howl. So I get 4 attack dice against one of, or no, whoever. That's 1. That's 1 of 5. This one came back to life.
right.
I got a 6 and a 4.
I got a 6 and a
Cancel
6.
everything. Sure. Just Borg domination here. So that's me all done. Just you, man. You can to activate whoever you want. I'm all finished.
Well, all I
Riker, do something cool.
And the difference between me and you is I'm going to
can
acknowledge
give
his
his actions.
uselessness
Yeah.
because I don't have. Oh, he can give his actions to
His
somebody.
actions
That's
away.
right.
Yeah, he can buy off the stun.
So the first thing will be you buy off the stun.
Yep, and then hive mine over to somebody else.
And then
Right turn will do anything for you?
no, I will just acknowledge his uselessness
And be done?
And
All
he
right.
can stand there waiting for Picard to tell him what to do with his life.
I needed that reroute main power because that was my 5th repair, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3. Nah, it was only my 4th. So my total score at the end of all this, I didn't get 5 or more repair mission cards, so I don't get my bonus 30 points. So I'm going to get 40, 70, 90, 100, 15, 30, 60. 160 at the end. A win?
Because I'm going to get 100, 15, 30. I got 145.
Oh my god, we kept you off even though Riker died. I guess it goes a little bit less Wolf 359 than I remember. But that's the scoring for round 3. And that is Star Trek Away Missions. All right, so there we go. Star Trek Away Missions. That's the core box. So this is the Battle of Wolf 359, which is the current like 2-sided boards and like all of the like gubbins for like the setting of the game.
2-player intro
Yeah,
set.
but there's also several additional factions, which I'm very excited about. There's the additional bridge crew. So you can get all the other bridge crew for the Federation. You get Picard as Picard because he doesn't actually kill Riker in the show, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't
He
watched it for a
should've.
while, but
He
yeah,
should've, like, a bunch
let's be
times.
honest.
Yeah, Riker is.
He should have literally been yelling, "Why won't you learn?"
Yeah.
while he did it. That would have been ideal.
I am not a Riker apologist. I'm with you. You should have been harder on him as a parent, is what I'm going to say. You also get Crusher, Troy, Wesley with his little. Wesley has the little like gizmo he makes when he fights the Borg. Remember he makes like the little like phase shifter thing that he's like hiding in.
Oh,
and
that's
fighting with?
I do remember that, but I was more picturing his stupid not the video game that everyone but him played.
Yes, the weird at the end where he gets addicted to the weird
Oculus
like,
thing?
Yeah, the little weird Oculus that gives you orgasms thing. Like shoots orgasms
You
in
can
your
only
eyes.
escape from it by having epileptic seizures.
That's right. It's the weird like Tetris with blood cells. I just remember that, and everyone's like when they're playing it. Oh my god, it's such a good episode. And then you also get so what did I say? I said Crusher, Troy, Wesley, Geordi, and Picard. The Borg doesn't have any additional models just yet, but why would you? Because it's just drones and Locutus. Like unless the Queen comes out at some point.
I would think the Queen would come out if they did a later.
Well,
thing,
they've
maybe.
already done an event pack, which is all Qs. I feel like they'll do an event pack that's all the Queen.
kinda makes sense.
That would make more sense. Or save the Queen for Voyager. Because she's like a big,
Yeah,
she's a big
that's-
antagonist in Voyager.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I meant about later on. Or if they did movie sets, because wasn't
Yeah.
she the villain in the
She's the villain in the
one with Buck Compton?
the one with Tom Hardy. So then you also have the Klingons, which is the House of Duras and the House of Galeron, which I friggin' love because it has like Lursen, Bator. It has Martok. It has all of the best like over the top.
Glory to you and your board game.
That's right. It has Galeron, who you can always see the whites of his eyes, which I just love. Galeron is my favorite Klingon of all time because he's the sleaziest.
He's everybody's favorite
He's the
Klingon of all
sleaziest
time.
Klingon. I don't know. Martok's pretty great too.
And then also you get the Romulans, and Romulans give you access to
Terrible costumes.
no.
That's the main thing they give you access
You get
to.
what's her name, Tella. The Tal Shiar basically show up, and you get I think her name's Tella. She's basically Tasha Yar's like clone, half Romulan clone that shows up like mid series or something like that. And they're all investigating Wolf 359 for different reasons. So there's kind of like a reason for them all to be there. And the my sort of like real enjoyment of this is, one, they nailed the setting. Two, they nailed I love the over the top look of all of it, because it feels like it's taking Star Trek the right way.
Yeah, it feels like the thing they this sounds stupid and overly simple, but the thing they maximized was the fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like it looks very Star Trek, it feels very Star Trek, but in the funnest way.
Yeah. And the fact that like you win like an episode of the show, like taking over the ship, you don't like literally in the episode, they're just walking into rooms and like the Borg are slowly turning around and then getting phasers and then falling down and then just getting back up and going back to whatever it is they're in the middle of doing. Like, I love that the feel of the gameplay from the Borg side and the like desperate scramble to like take back control of the ship by the humans and the Federation felt like the episode. Like that to me was the best. And like you get these memorable moments because characters do what they do, or they fail, or they succeed. Overall, I think that it's just a really good representation of what Star Trek feels like, especially TNG. Little details. So when we play again, you get to see you flip the tiles over, and then the mission changes, and now you're on the Borg cube. And you're trying to blow it up, or you're trying to like defend it. And there's different mission decks.
Borg cube? They're the good guys.
Well, there's also different mission decks too to represent the fact that your mission has changed. So we were playing with the starter decks. There's 2 additional decks for the Federation and the Borg to play like standard one-off games. And there's additional content in here. Like some things you didn't get to see is like you can walk from any turbolift square to any turbolift square. It doesn't super matter for the Borg because they just show up wherever they want, turns 2 and turns 3. But for other groups, it can matter more when you have more and less models. And yeah, and like the overall feel of the game being sort of like the storyline of that setting, I think is really, really cool. So you get Locutus on the one side, you get Riker on the other side, Worf, Data, and Shelby, 1 of 5 through 5.
I thought Locutus and Riker were on the same side.
They are not initially. And then you get Sela, Salatral, Patal, Tieback, and Vox for Sela's infiltrators. And Gowron's honor guard are Gowron, Lucera, Kurak, and Crom. And then when you get the house of whatchamacallit, you get Lursen Bator, which I think is fantastic. There's another expansion.
You gotta do a miniature for Tony. Oh yeah, Tony Todd was in Next Generation.
Tony Todd was like 7 characters in Next Generation.
Worf's brother. Yeah, I mean,
so same with Reanimator. Reanimator was like 50 Wyoons and then like all these like different alien characters in like every episode of DS9. So it feels like what they're doing is they're gonna keep making these kind of seasonally, a bit like Underworlds, because you already have some TNG or some original series boxes with like Kirk and stuff like that. And then we have one, which I wish they'd done more miniatures for, one organized play kit, which is Q, and it's the encounter at Farpoint. So it's when they all go on trial for the crimes of humanity, basically. So it's Q in his 21st century, like post-apocalyptic Pope outfit, and the bad guys, and the bad guys are all the pig Napoleonic soldiers.
Love that. That's such a great visual.
It's such a great visual, but they're just cardboard tokens. Gale Force 9, come on.
Those need to be miniatures.
Give me the pig Napoleonic soldiers.
Napoleonics, because even with the exaggerated head size, I would just use those in other games.
Oh my God, so much. We'd use them all the time in Silver Bayonet, like endlessly in Silver Bayonet. So I am extremely pumped for this game. We'll paint up some of the expansions and try them out. We'll finish playing with the box set and the bridge crew and stuff like that and finish that. And then we'll start adding expansions and stuff. But I am in love with I like Star Trek in a very particular way. I'm not a huge Trekkie from the point of view of like, I don't have like a reverence for it, but I deeply love all the series.
I think it's amazing how many things that if you're a fan of them for just what they present as, you can just enjoy it. Yeah. And if you stay in the shallow end of fandom, it's almost always good.
Yeah. I love them because they always explore a philosophical conundrum, and they use science fiction as the foil for doing that. And I don't care about the universe doesn't matter as much to me as the storytelling.
It's the bright, well-lit version of the Twilight Zone.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so for me, I love deconstructions, that stuff. Like I love Lower Decks. I really actually, I wasn't a huge fan of Discovery, but I love Brave New Worlds and I love TNG. We're mutually aligned that we both love Deep Space Nine as well.
That is definitely my favorite Star Trek series.
I can't have a favorite. It's like kind of what I'm in the mood for, but Cisco is my favorite captain by far.
Cisco's my favorite captain.
Not Lorca.
Lorca's a good choice. But like, it's got the best villains.
It absolutely
It's
has
got the
villains,
best anti-hero in Star Trek.
Oh God, Garrick is fantastic. Garrick and Julian Bashir's relationship is like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Also, it has just the most. I think it just has the most individual character development bits for Star Trek, and the fact that it carries over so much from TNG, where they get to go have like a life. Where like, you know, O'Brien gets to be an actual character and be like, no, I got to run a transporter on the Enterprise. Here I get to have a whole station.
Push a button.
I can do whatever I want all the time. Like, yeah, this place is falling apart, but I love it because I get to be in charge. Like,
and I mean, don't more science fiction shows need, you know, Vic Fontaine?
It's true, yeah.
Joe Piscopo, whoever you can get.
Whoever you can get. And endless Wayuns, all the reanimators. So many reanimators.
Jeffrey Combs, why do you keep coming back?
Because
How are you playing three
he's
different characters in the same
reanimated. He
episode?
literally is a reanimator character in Deep Space Nine. So anyway, you'll see more of this in the channel. Thanks to Gale Force Nine sending this for me to check out. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you for more in the future. Next time, Ash. Happy gaming.